Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. Want to win in life's challenges? To know the will of God and have more passion for Him? Practical help right now with Tak Bhana and Running with Fire.
Looking this week at a tremendous topic, which is resurrection power. And oh my, how vital that is, and to understand it. Because the resurrection declares the total defeat of Satan. When Jesus died, He descended into the bowels of the earth, went into the dark pits of hell. There He defeated Satan and all his demons and rose triumphant. Romans 8:11, the Spirit of Him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you. Think about that. The same Spirit is living in you, living in me. So resurrection power is now in every believer. And with that, we can defeat all the attacks of the enemy upon our lives. Ephesians 1:18-20, that you may know His incomparably great power for us who believe. That power is like the working of His mighty strength, which He exerted in Christ when He raised Him from the dead. The word like means in exact same degree or same measure. In other words, it's saying that God's power working in us is in exactly the same measure or degree of power that raised Jesus from the dead. That's worth thinking about, meditating on, reflecting on. In you and in me is tremendous power. Resurrection power, the same power that raised Jesus from the dead. With that, we can defeat every attack of the enemy in our lives. So the church should be full of testimonies of God's miracle working power. In our church, Unlimited, not long ago, this man was saved on a Sunday. And he came back after the second service, all excited. And he told me that when I talked about people being healed, which I often do, he said he was just such a skeptic, like whatever. After being saved, he got to lunch. He realized his back pain of 10 years gone. Instantly gone. So he came back to the second service just to let me know. And he said he had goosebumps all over him. He couldn't believe the healing power of God. There was another lady in our church. Her brother was dying of COVID in hospital. She told God she's not ready to lose her brother because she was so close to him. In the service, I said, which I often do, reach out for your miracle. And I always say now and receive your answer. So she said she stretched out her faith. She said, I believe God for my miracle. And I said, now. Very soon after, her brother made a remarkable recovery. You know the reason church is on Sunday? It's the day that Jesus was resurrected from the dead. So every Sunday, as we gather, should be a reminder of the resurrection power of God that is in us and available to work miracles. When Jesus hung upon the cross, everyone around the cross thought the enemy had won the day. The Jews were celebrating. Hell was rejoicing. Satan finally had his man. But really, the cross was a massive setup. Not by the Jews, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, not by Herod. It was a setup by heaven itself. Because God completely turned the tables on the devil, on the enemy. Jesus was resurrected, Satan was defeated, and salvation purchased for all mankind. When your life is in God's hands and you're a faithful follower of Jesus, every struggle God can make, every setback God can make into a setup for God to do something amazing in your life. The resurrection shouts at us boldly and loudly for all time that what the enemy means for evil in our lives, God, as we respond right, is able to work it for good. Through the crises of life, you can come out with a greater faith. You can come out closer to God. You can come out for a miracle. Because Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for good for them that love God and are called according to His purposes. The setback you're facing, my friend, is a setup for God to do something wonderful in your life.
Tak Bhana is the Senior Pastor of Church Unlimited in Auckland, New Zealand. For more information, to make contact or to listen again, look for Running with Fire at our website, vision.org.au. Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.